Well, there you have it, folks. The GOAT of WWE sports entertainment has officially retired. It was John Cena's final match. And the build-up, we've known this for a year and a half now. This date, December of 2025, a time will come where we'll be seeing John Cena wrestle for the very last time, and that time was today. And we've known this date for a year now, but I feel like over the last 2 to 3 months, it's become real to people because wrestling retirements, as you know, and as we talked about, are not necessarily real. They're not. Ric Flair comes back. Shawn Michaels came back. Everybody comes back. But Cena kept putting it into us that this is truly his last match. And even about a month out, I would say, there's still something. Maybe he does the double heel turn where he thinks he was a good guy all along after that heel turn. Then he shows that he's a really, really heel and it's a really, really heel move. Maybe something happens, and he returns to finish at the next WrestleMania. But no. He's done. He did interviews with Bill Simmons, interviews with Joe Rogan that he never did before, media appearances he's never done before, drilling into us that this is going to be his last match. And it might have still not been real to people coming into this event that this was going to be his last match, and this will for sure be his final match as John Cena. But it evidently was. And look, before we get into was this the right decision? Did this end how it was supposed to end? Was this the right outcome with Gunther winning? I want to say the match was great. I liked the match. This was definitely one of the better matches of his run this year. His final tour, John Cena Farewell Tour. This was one of his better matches. I think this was like the third to fourth best match. The AJ Styles one was great. The Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam one was great. The CM Punk one I liked. And then this one. But I feel like this one was up there. I think this might be top two, if I'm being honest. If I had to put a final ranking to a top two for the Farewell Tour. Because it was just everything encapsulated in one. We got all the spots you needed. John Cena is definitely cannot move like he used to. And it's been evident throughout the tour. He has that little hunched back to him, but he's still doing everything. He's still the whole character encapsulated in him, and it was good. It had the five knuckle shuffle spots, multiple Super Cena's hype ups, Hulk Hogan, Hulk ups, the AA through the table, the AA off the top rope, the Cena leg drop, just everything. Him getting beat down, coming back a couple times in the match, and then it ended with him trying to fight off the sleeper, looking like he was going to fight off the sleeper multiple times. I thought he would reverse the sleeper into the AA to win the match, but he ended up giving up. And that was the whole thing coming into this match was Gunther is going to make John Cena tap and give up. The thing that he's been preaching for years now. Never give up. He's going to make Cena do. And he did it. And that's what I expected. I mean, you could see the crowd. You could see the people online. They all expected Gunther to lose and John Cena to win, go out happy, send everybody home happy, how they want to be happy. But I knew, that was my opinion that Gunther was going to win. You don't put Gunther in this spot if he's not going to win. He's your next big thing that you want him to be. You want him to be the legend killer. He retired Goldberg, now he retired Cena. You want him to be this killer. You want him to have the moment that Brock Lesnar had at WrestleMania 30 against The Undertaker, shocking everyone, breaking the streak, and it hopefully elevates him into a dominant world champion. That's the whole goal coming into this. So I'm not complaining about the end. I love the match, and I think it will do its job for Gunther, but there's a couple circumstances I want to go over on why I think it might not, and why I think this could backfire easily for WWE, Triple H, and whoever. But I wanted to start off by saying that match was amazing. John Cena's last match was great. It ended how you want any other retirement last match to be. And that's how it is. But for the Gunther part and for the ending and the controversy, I want to say the controversy shouldn't come because of the ending of this match. This ending of the match was how it should have been. This was probably Cena's idea to even go out on his back like every old school wrestler does. They want to go out how they came in. They get the big push by defeating the big star of the time. And just like every old school wrestler, they want to go out with a loss. They want to go out giving back to the younger talent. And in this case, John Cena wanted to do a whole event surrounded around the younger talent. I mean, if you didn't see the writing on the wall with how this event was structured, and it was, I'm pretty sure Cena definitely had his input in how this event was in the match card of this event. It had all the NXT up and coming dudes. It had Oba Femi, the NXT champion. Sol Ruka, I think, is one of the NXT Women's Champions. Don't know which one. And Javon Evans and Leon Slater. They're young up and coming stars themselves. That's Cena. He wanted to have the young stars be on the most watched event of the calendar year for WWE. I'm pretty sure it's going to be higher viewership than WrestleMania. I wouldn't doubt it. So he wanted to have all these people be broadcasted to a national wide range, people, millions upon millions, probably tens of millions of people. For Cena's last match, he wanted the young dudes to be on there. So if you didn't see the writing on the wall coming for the Gunther win, which was Gunther, the ultimate guy, getting the biggest push, I mean, that's yourself to blame that you didn't see this coming. Now, the backlash should still come for John Cena's retirement tour, because that thing was awful. That thing was awful. Cena did what he could. I think what he was trying to do with the heel run was cool, trying to say he's going to ruin wrestling. But when you look back on it as a whole, now that we're at the end, there was no final payoff to The Rock. There was no final payoff to the heel turn. The turn back face felt rushed and just felt spur of the moment. And just the last month with the Dominic Mysterio thing has felt mid-cardish for Cena. Like, not a big deal. And there's just other instances where, like, the R-Truth feud was a waste of a feud. They tried to double back on not firing R-Truth and try to make things right, and then it just didn't work out, so it didn't even matter anything for R-Truth in the long run. There's just instances like that throughout this retirement tour. Of course, the WrestleMania Cody Rhodes match was nothing like it should have been. The only thing interfering was Travis Scott helping him win, which we didn't even hear back on or didn't visit back on any time after that. So the retirement tour was a complete waste of, and it was a complete creative garbage by the creative team in Triple H. That's where I believe Triple H still deserved the backlash on. I don't think he deserves a backlash for the outcome of this match. It was the best outcome, the outcome that they were going to go with all along. But he definitely still deserves the AEW chants in the post-game, in the post-press conference, and the whatever other chants, you suck, bald, this, that, and the third. He definitely still deserves that, because this retirement tour was complete and utter garbage for the GOAT of sports entertainment, the GOAT of WWE. And if you argue with that, at least the GOAT for the last 25 years. Now, you could blame that on the limited dates John Cena had, but I feel like he was there enough to have a decent build for half of these feuds. That like the R-Truth waste of a build. The Rock angle was the biggest angle. Cena turning heel was the biggest thing that could have happened in professional wrestling history, and they fucked it up because either Rock's ego got too high, Travis Scott's ego got too high, Triple H's ego got in the way. Something happened, and it all went kapoof and it went to garbage. And that's a big stain on this Cena run. Well, look, I'm not mad at the ending. I'm only mad at the whole thing when you take a step back after it ends and you look at it, you're like, damn, this could have been way better. That's the only thing I'm mad at, but right now I'm calm. Don't care. Gunther wins. Now, with the thing about Gunther winning is, look, they're pushing him as the next Brock Lesnar, basically. Beats John Cena. That's comparable to The Undertaker loss, the streak being snapped against Brock Lesnar. You had the same shocked face reactions, even though they always look fake to me, but whatever. The same shocked fake face reactions. The only thing I worry about is he gonna get the Roman Reigns Undertaker? Like, come out on Raw, he doesn't say anything, and then everybody's booing the shit out of him. Now, look, that's great heel heat to have. Like, that's amazing. The one he was getting was like Cena in Hammerstein Ballroom against Rob Van Dam. That was like the heat he was kind of getting tonight. Nowhere near close to people throwing things and stuff, but definitely was something along those lines. Like, he was definitely in enemy territories, foreign heel, Austrian versus American in America's capital for his last match, biggest star in wrestling history. That's what they were going for, and look, he walks away with the heat. He walks away with it. But with this ending and the way people are online, do they all start clamoring together? Even though some smart fans, which were in the arena, smart fans were in the arena because they were booing Triple H. Do the smart fans even hop on board of the trend of giving Gunther the go away heat, which is not the heat you want, that's where it gets concerning. Because Gunther could walk away with this, and he can get the Roman Reigns Undertaker WrestleMania 33 Raw After Mania treatment, where it's like, fuck you, Roman, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, it feels like he's forced down our throats, forced down our throats, forced down our throats, forced down our throats. And people don't want to see that. And that's where I feel like it was kind of with the tournament. Is I feel like it was so obviously going in the direction of Gunther. And what they're trying to do here is being the legend killer and this, that, and that. I feel like it can easily be turned into a situation where he gets turned on by the fans for real. And he starts getting the go away heat that you don't want. That's where I'm worried. And I'm also worried about the booking. Triple H's booking has been god awful this year. And I'm worried that the booking will not capitalize enough on this huge win. This is the biggest win anyone could have gotten in wrestling in a long time. Beating John Cena, the most popular star, in his final match. Making him give up, which goes against everything he stands for. This is the biggest win he could have had. And I feel like they won't capitalize on enough with Gunther getting this win. I mean, you can't just move on and be like, yeah, next I want the title. No, you got to keep hammering it home. Like Paul Heyman did with Brock Lesnar. The 1-20, 1-1. Like, and that was just a WrestleMania streak. You got to keep hammering it home. Like, and that's where I get concerned is Gunther's by himself on the mic. He's great. He's a wrestler. He has the knowledge. He has everything. But is the booking going to be behind him to push it enough to keep making him such a great heel, to make him this big heel and this big dominant heel? Is the booking really going to do that enough? Is he going to be able to do that enough by himself to battle away the go away heat while also having the real heat? Like, is he going to be able to battle away the shove down our throats, don't come back heat? And just let it be the boo, you fucking suck heat? That's the question. Like, honestly, this is what I was saying before, leading up. I feel like you go with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has Paul Heyman. He'll be able to hammer the point home. He'll be able to make Braun his big star by saying he knocked out John Cena. He retired John Cena. While Gunther, it's going to feel like you're getting the same thing where it's like, I retired Goldberg, I retired John Cena. And now if he does it again to AJ Styles, or does it again to Chris Jericho if he comes back, or does it again to whoever the hell, Brock Lesnar. With Cena being the one in the middle, he's gonna easily get repetitive, and it's easily gonna turn into, God damn it, Gunther. This is all they have is Gunther. He's not even that good. That's what you're gonna get people saying is Gunther is being shoved down our throats, which is something you don't want to do. It's just something that can ruin the special thing they can have with Gunther beating John Cena in his last match. That's where I get concerned. But other than that, he was able to put together a great match, one of the better matches of this retirement tour. And John Cena went out with a great match and a great video package, a great moment with him holding both belts around the ring like they did with Hulk Hogan back in the day. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk both gave him the belts. Was able to take off his boots in the ring, didn't take off his shorts in the ring, walk to the ramp, do the whole thing. And it was great. And I truly think this is his last match. This is for sure his last match. He's definitely going to be the wrestler that doesn't go back on it. And I think it was amazing. I think they did it right. Its own special event in the nation's capital. The retirement tour definitely could have been better, but can't harp on that. It's over. The event was great. There was probably some things they could have did a little bit more special. I'd say, to my opinion, the NXT matches on the prelims or whatever you want to call it was horrible. All those matches were like, I literally went to the bathroom and the AJ Styles match was done. The Obafemi match, I didn't even see how it ended. I know it ended with Drew McIntyre getting involved. The Soul Worker match was boring. They were stale. If that was the showcase of the young talent, the young up-and-coming talent that you want to showcase to a huge audience, your biggest audience of the year, that was an awful way to do it. I'm just saying that was an awful way to do it, but whatever. Who am I to tell? Triple H's creative has been in the dumpster this whole year. But at least John Cena went out. Not perfectly, but he went out pretty good. and that's what he deserved. Um, that is what he deserved. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the guy's the goat. The goat went out. How goats go out, and the last time was today. Hopefully, we get to see him again. Whether it's like an Undertaker thing where he comes out in whatever type of clothes that John Cena wears that are normal. You see Undertaker wears all black and skull caps and jeans. We get to see him back again soon. He'll be back soon, obviously, for the Hall of Fame speech or whatever. He's a big star. We'll see him again, but it is sad, though. John Cena is officially over. He retires. Retires from WWE. My guy. The guy I grew up watching, because I'm not an unk. I don't get to experience the Bret Hart's live, the Hulk Hogan's live, the Rock and Stone Cold live. John Cena was the guy. And the Rock and Cena feud is what got me into wrestling. The Rock concert, and that led up, was the part of the lead up to Cena versus Rock at WrestleMania 29. I got into wrestling after WrestleMania 28. Because WrestleMania 28 was in my hometown. So it was a big deal, but I didn't really understand it. But then after that, I started watching more of it. Rock Cena lead that first ever WrestleMania where I fully watched was WrestleMania 29. It was great. CM Punk versus Undertaker, hooked on CM Punk. Rock concert, Rock was funny, hooked on Rock Cena. Then WrestleMania 30, 31, 32, 33, 30 was great. 31, 32, 33, went to that one, 34, and then, just took off ever since WrestleMania 29, John Cena and The Rock. So that was, John Cena's got me into wrestling, along with The Rock, but Cena, the GOAT, retires. His last time was now.